I am streaming for the 3rd time today. I've only ever done this once before when you guys requested it. I've done it this tonight because I've done it today because I feel like there's something I want to discuss and I wanted to get it out the way, and I felt now was the time because I've seen quite a lot about this, and to be honest it's been getting really annoying. It's been getting on my nerves, and I feel like it's not fair. Now for somebody who is in the industry, like, let's get to the game anyway because we're playing it as well. I felt like playing a game and doing this and discussing what I want to discuss today is, in my way, the best way to do it. Now, I was going to do a vlog, but I'm not a vlogger, so I thought the best way to talk about it is to talk while playing a game, nice and relaxed. Now, this is also the 2nd time I've ever played Fortnite, so let me just set it up first, and then we will get to playing and talking about what I wanted to discuss. Okay. Let's do it in a... Can we do it where we just go on and see if there's anyone else online? Pretty sure you can. So I did that last time. Low pressure environment where friends can let their creativity run wild. Build massive structures, practice with the weapons and items. This mode is a twist on the traditional 50 vs 50 mode, featuring an extra emphasis on mobility. Gliders can be redeployed when falling from large heights. Additional impulse grenades, bounce pads and launch pads will be spawned throughout the map. Jump in and soar to new heights. Okay, all weapon drops are legendary. Okay, let's do that one. The weapon drops. Let's see if we can... Can we change our guy? Right, forget it. We'll keep the guy. And we'll just get started. And then we'll get to chatting to what I wanted to discuss with you guys. For some reason there's an error. Okay, seems to be there's quite a lot of people on. There we go. So we found a game. Okay, great, let's do it. Okay, now the thing that I wanted to discuss, guys, was okay, you're not meant to shoot at people yet. Okay, so the thing that I wanted to discuss was about the Ace family. Now, I'm not usually the type to discuss things like this, especially when I'm gaming. This is an absolute first for me. I've never done it at all, but I felt like it was something that I needed to talk about. Now, whether you're online now watching me, or whether you watch this later on in the day.
Shut the fuck up.
whether you're watching this later on in the day. It's something I wanted to discuss because I am actually a singer myself, and I know how hard it is to work hard and to be a single parent and to want the best for your family. Now, what I've heard about the Ace family is that they've used the events to basically, let me just land. They've used the event to get money off people. They've used the event to have the money themselves and not give it to this charity that they said they were giving it to. Now, coming from someone who's actually been there, because I do all my own events and everything, you do actually spend a lot of money, like doing the events and putting yourself out there, and there is a lot of expenses. I've seen a couple of videos, you know, saying putting them down and things like that. I've not seen a video that's not put them down, to be honest with you. I don't know them personally. I just watch the videos sometimes, but I don't like it when people are just pulling. Hey Psycho, you're alright, hon? No, it's okay.
Can you please shut up? Because no one is interested. No one is fucking interested in your Ace family, man. Shut the fuck up.
Excuse me, hon. I am actually live streaming on my YouTube channel, so yeah.
I don't give a shit about your team.
I won't be being quiet. I'm sorry. But anyway, as I was saying, Psycho, thanks for tuning in, hon. It's okay if you didn't get a notification. Just turn on your notifications at the top right. Actually, I've had that from quite a few subscribers of mine. They're not getting notifications. I think it's a YouTube problem at the minute.
Go fuck yourself, you motherfucker.
Basically,
shut up, man. What are you on about?
Yeah, so as I was saying about the Ace family, there's a lot of people who are pulling them down, who are saying that they've used, well, like £25,000 for themselves and stuff like that. I don't know if they have for definite. I don't know, you know, 100%, but I do know that holding an event is a lot of money, and an event of that scale that they were doing, do you know what I mean? It's not, yeah, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of things that go on. Yeah, I'm just, to be honest, hon, I'm ignoring him. I've taken out my earpiece now, so I can't even hear him. But I've already made this this whole thing to talk about it, and I plan on talking about it because it's something that really annoys me about, you know, certain things. And to be honest, I don't think it's like, you know, I don't think it's people like Indians or anything. I think some people are just rude. So how do I bloody hit these? Hold on a minute. Okay, so I've got my map out. Ah, that's how you do. Okay, so yeah, as I was saying, this video is to play Fortnite and talk about the Ace family, as it says on my channel. So, it is what it is. I'll be carrying on. I think no one got a notification. I don't know, hon, like, I have been, like I said before, I have been told me notification, people aren't getting notifications, even though they've put on notifications for my channel. Don't worry about it, it's fine, it's going to be on my YouTube channel anyway. As I say, people are going to pull you down. I've had people bullying me my whole life. I've had people pulling me down my whole life. And this is why I don't listen to people. This is why I'm not listening to this person that was trying to be nasty before. That's why I don't listen to anybody. Not if they've, you know, not if they're going to be nasty, because there's just no need for it, really. Yeah, as I was saying, I seen a video earlier today, well, earlier tonight, talking about the Ace family and why, and that they were stealing from children and stuff like that. Well, to be honest with you, I don't know the people. I don't know the Ace family. I'd say I've only, like, played a few of the, I mean, I've only watched a few of the videos, but they're not stealing from anybody. They're not stealing from like people. They're getting paid by companies. They don't get paid from YouTube. Like, I make no money from YouTube. They don't get paid from YouTube. They get paid from companies. I can tell you that now. They get paid from like people, like a normal job. Like, people are gonna be like, oh yeah, you work for me, I'll pay you this. That's basically it. They don't, because they're popular. They don't get paid for anything, and somebody's trying to shoot at me. They don't get paid for, like, you know, and all that, and they're not robbing people. I don't believe they're robbing people. I don't believe, like, they're stealing children's money, because they're not, basically. Yeah, so, as I was saying, team place 19. Okay, so, am I gonna get spawned? Yeah. Okay, return. I'll just return to the lobby if I can.
Do you accept friends?
The Ace family is a YouTube family. They're doing really well for themselves. We held an event about 3 months ago for all the fans, a charity event, and they didn't realise how expensive it was going to be, because they've never done an event before. They've never done anything like that before, and now, because they didn't realise the amount of money they were using and the amount of money it would cost, they actually broke even on the event. So they had 75,000 to give to the charity, to the third world countries, instead of 100,000, which they claimed. Now, they claimed that before they even knew how much it was going to cost for an event. And that's why everyone's like got this thing against them, saying, oh, you've robbed money off people, you've robbed money off this, and do you know what I mean? I sound sad. I'm not sad, I'm just annoyed, because I've been like a professional singer, like I've been singing since I was 5. I've been doing it professionally for 8 years, and I've had a lot of people trying to pull me down as well. And I just don't like seeing or hearing people getting pulled down. And I watch their family, and they're a lovely little family. And it's just annoying that, and sad that people are just going to pull other people down. Do you know what I mean? And this is why I don't listen to people when this guy was calling me what a bitch and all that. I don't really care. I wasn't listening. I don't listen to it, because I've had it all. And people just pull you down. You know, you're going to get that wherever you are. You're going to get people building you up. You're going to get people pulling you down. And it is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. And yeah, they're from America. They're not from the UK. They're American. Now, I'm going to carry on playing Fortnite and discussing this matter, because it needs to be discussed. Because it really annoys me how people can be so, like, nasty and dismissive. And there's been, like, I didn't purposely go out to look at these videos about them, and because I'm not somebody to gossip. I've never been that person, but I'm blonde on this one. I've never been that person, but I felt it was needed, because there was just too many people bringing other people down. So yeah.
Let me know, mate. Hi.
Oh, hi. Sorry, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to my YouTube channel.
Okay.
I'm just discussing the Ace family. I don't know them, but it's a bit like sad how people are pulling them down all the time and that. It's pretty sad, so.
I don't fucking give
and
a
that's
shit
basically what
you
my
and
video
you
is.
You, bitches.
Hello.
So yeah, that's what I'm discussing right now.
Hello, my nigga!
Donny.
No, I'm sorry, bye!
No, you're not saying it like
Don't know if you've ever heard of the Ace family, guys. Like, I don't personally know them, I've just watched a few of the videos, but when I'm passionate about something, I like to discuss it, and to be honest,
Are you telling about that?
Sorry?
Are you telling about that?
Am I what?
No, you're telling about the Ace family. What's all that about?
The Ace family, have you ever heard of them?
Well, you're telling about it, but...
Yeah, no, to be honest, I've seen a few videos today, pulling them down, saying about this event, saying like they kept all the money and stuff like that, saying that because about the 100k. Now, I'm a professional singer as well as a gamer. I've got a YouTube channel doing me gaming, so this is actually live right now as well, on my YouTube channel. But I know as well as anybody how much it is for an event. Like, I've done events like a few times and I get paid for nothing. Like, the last time I did an event, I got the place for free, and the only reason I got the place for free was because I had to give them the money for the tickets. So I got paid like zero, so I know exactly what it's like. And they basically went into it not knowing how much it was going to be, not knowing anything about it because they've never done it. Now, I've been a professional singer for 8 years, doing it myself for 8 years, so I know what it's like. And because I was like, I watched a video today of them answering these questions, and I don't watch them all the time, I watch them sometimes, and I think, oh, they're a nice little family, and I'm a single parent myself. So when it's like, when I was watching it, and I was like, and then a thing came on afterwards, you know, like a media, like from this media place, and I was just like, and they were like pulling them down and saying loads of shit about them, and I was like, what the fuck, you know, why are they saying all this bad stuff? Probably, you know, for publicity, something to talk about and everything. And sorry, I'm just like having a wander around here right now.
Yeah, come here, I'll give you a gun now. I got a couple of guns. Come here.
Yeah, so basically, you know, I know what it's like, and it just annoyed me that so many people were pulling them down, and there was nobody that was saying, there was no videos that was saying, oh yeah, by the way, like, I've been there, I know what it's like, you know, because not many people are gonna say that, because, you know, they're not gonna want to put themselves on the line, for one, they're not gonna, like, want to jeopardize themselves, but because I do it myself, I don't really care. Like, I've always stood up for myself, I've always stuck up for myself. Are you chasing me, or is that someone else?
Yeah, that's me. I'm just trying to... I'm listening.
I thought you were trying to shoot me.
No, I didn't. You're trying to shoot me, I know.
I'm like, trying not to get shot so we can talk.
I'm trying to give you a gun, but he keeps following me.
Yeah, so basically, I'm not making nowhere near as much as they're making. I'm not making no money. Like, I've been doing it for 8 years and got paid for nothing. So it's all coming out my pockets every time I do a song, every time I do a video. It comes out of my own pocket. Now, so I can understand the struggle. I can understand wanting to get somewhere with a family, because, as I say, I'm a single parent, and I've always wanted to get, you know, I try so hard because I want my daughter to have a life I never had, and to have things I never had. And I think you know as well as I do, it's so, like, hard these days to survive, to have anything. I've never had holiday. So when I see things like that, when I see people like that, like, and they seem genuine, I don't know them, you know, I don't know how much money they've kept, I don't know if they've kept anything, I don't know if they've given it all away, I don't know if what they're saying is true, but I do know how much it is for, like, things like that. I do know that, there was this video talking about, you know, what was it, about merchandise. Oh, she was like saying, oh, you know, we didn't get our merchandise, we didn't get this, we didn't get that. You know, why are they discussing it? I'm discussing it as this because I'm not a vlogger, and I'm discussing it because not to get views, not to get anything on my channel. like, I've hardly got any subscribers for me game because I've only just been starting to do it daily for the past month. So
Yeah.
I'm not doing it for anything like that. I'm doing it simply because I'm passionate about it, and it annoys me how people can just, like, when somebody's trying to get somewhere, they can just pull other people down. At the end of the day, it's like, why pull other people down? Like, why don't you just concentrate on what you're doing? And if you want to get somewhere, work hard and get somewhere. Don't, like, try and, like, pull other people down. Don't try and, like, make up stories and stuff like that. I understand why the media does it, because, you know, that's how they get paid, isn't it? Making up things and, like, you know, exaggerating the truth and things like that. But she was just saying, like, about the merchandise and that, saying that oh, it took us ages to get merchandise, and we don't get this, we don't get that. And they were a channel, they weren't a massively popular channel, but they seemed like a popular channel because they had, like, about 617k views or something. I don't know if that's just because of what they were discussing, but I didn't really pay attention. I watched about 5 minutes of the video, and it just, I'm swearing now, but it really pissed me off. And I was like, I can't watch this anymore. It's just pulling people down. Yeah, they were just pulling people, and she was like, she's stealing from 12-year-olds and everything, because, you know, they're stealing from 12-year-olds because most people that watch them are kiddies and all. And I was like, no, I'm a parent and I watch them, not most people. And she was like, oh, adults and stuff like that will know that they're lying. Adults will know that they're not good people, and, you know, because we're not stupid. And I was like, no, because I'm an adult and I'm not stupid. I'm pretty smart. I know they're not fucking stupid. Sorry, what?
I'd go nuts for you.
What? Sorry, didn't hear that.
I said I'd go nuts if that was me.
Yeah, like, I was watching the video on YouTube and it annoyed me, and I was like, I just turned it off and I was like, do you know what? This is pissing me off. And I was literally sitting there, you know, chilling out for like an hour, and I was like, and I thought to myself, I can't let this go. This is annoying me. Like, how many people, like, pull other people down. I've been bullied my whole life, and I can't stand it when people are trying to pull other people down. And I didn't Google or YouTube to see how many views they had, or how many, you know, or how, you know, if there was any other videos out there to help, you know, for people, you know, standing up for them or anything like that. I didn't bother doing all that. I just thought, you know what, I don't know them. I don't know them anything. They probably won't ever hear this. They obviously don't know me or anything like that. But at the end of the day, I just couldn't let it stand by, do you know what I mean? I'm not a fan. I wouldn't call myself a fan of anybody, because I've never been that person. I know people are no celebrities, and I wouldn't, like, be like, you know, I'm not that type of person to be like, oh my god. You know, I don't know, I've never been that person. I admire people who work hard for what they want, and I admire people who try and get somewhere. And at the end of the day, they're pulling the Ace family down when other people do similar stuff. Other people work hard to get where they want to be and work hard to try and get somewhere. Now, you know, nobody's giving you a handbook, especially in the industry when you're doing entertainment and stuff like that. Nobody gives you a handbook and says, okay, this is how it is. Everybody's very hush-hush about it. Do you know what I mean? Because if they weren't, everyone would probably get there. It's not easy. It's like, you've got to work hard. It's not easy to get somewhere. It's like, it just really annoys me. And I'm probably going on. I'm probably going on about it, but, like, I just thought, as I say, when I'm passionate, as I say, when I'm passionate about something, I'm, like, passionate. Like, I came on before I, like, did this one, and before I started speaking to you, and before I respawned, and there was this, like, Indian guy on, or some guy on, and he was just very rude, to be honest with you.
And you might want to come this way and start running, because Tom's going to kill you.
I don't know, I've just figured out how to run.
Yeah, hold it
this
right
is
down.
like literally
Alright,
the second time I've been on Fortnite. I've never really played it.
I'll save you. Oh shit. Right, there we go.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, I'm gonna get eaten. I'm gonna get eaten.
Oh, is that you?
No. Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake.
I've max level the game, so...
Come on, fuck's sake. It takes so long to get out of it, doesn't it? Run
Yeah,
away!
Right, copy that quick. Come up here. Follow me. Oh, no. There you go. Oh shit, I'm in the storm now.
Don't try and save me, save yourself.
I'll save you, it's fine.
What is
We're almost there anyway.
Why? What's a storm?
Basically it's to keep people from basically camping in certain areas, basically.
Okay. It's bloody fast, isn't it? How the hell do you
Was it
get
actually
out?
on the slower side?
It's killing me thumb. Trying to run. I'm like clicking
Like
it in
that,
and like my thumb's in. No. Oh, for the love of God, I'm never gonna outrun this.
I have. Right, I'll try and get bandies and I'll
I have.
save you. Oh, I got
Alright
it, no
now.
problem. There we go. There we are.
Alright
Watch
now.
the people on the right.
Oh, you little
Oh,
shit. Where
God.
do you get a gun from, by the way?
Come on, come to me, quick, come to me.
I
Oh,
don't know
shit.
where you are.
Come on, get me, come get me, come get me, I'm dead. Oh, my bye.
Oh, is that you? Oh, fucking hell, I'm dead. No way. Gutted.
Hang on, I'll add to them.
What can I oh, hang on. I can crawl. I'm army crawling. I'll come and save you.
What's your name on here? I'll add to them.
I'll save you. Sorry, what?
What's your name on here? I'll add to them.
Me PS4. I think I've got it on as Layla BV. Me music name.
We are coming, wait. Only drink, check.
Hello. Yeah, what's this? Can you pick up stuff while you're like this? Or do you just stay like this forever?
Yeah, basically.
Fucking hell.
Tell someone revives you.
I'm trying to like pick up a first aid kit. It's not happening.
I got you.
Is someone like trying to like give us like, oh fuck now, it just keeps going down. Oh.
Ah, we're gonna be in the storm. We're gonna be in the storm. It's fine, it's really slow, we'll be able to get our med kit and go.
Oh, both of you saving me. Thank you.
Get a gun, quick. Come get a gun.
I'm out of the storm.
Alright, I'll get you a gun. I'll get you a gun. Oh, wait a minute. Come on.
I have no gun though.
There we are. Right, come on. There it is.
Thanks. How'd you pick it up? I got it.
Oh, we're gonna die.
Yeah,
I got 8 HP, man. I got 8 health. This is good. Oh no, oh no.
Where the hell is that guy? Oh, bitch. I was about to shoot him as well.
Okay. I'm probably gonna die myself, but okay. Yeah, I'm gonna die. Oh, there we go.
Fuck me.
Over here, over here.
Oh shit, did I just bloody do that to you? Or I get just shot?
That's fine.
See.
Oh god, this is bedlam, man.
I'm so glad with this game.
You'll be fine.
Well,
Yeah, I've had to do, by the way.
well, my fans, well, say fans, I don't like to use the word fans. Me subscribers, no, I'm not excellent at games, but they love me because I'm funny, I think. Don't know why they like me.
Hang on, I subscribe to YouTube.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I subscribe to YouTube now. What is it?
Oh, it's Jackalana Gaming League. JAQ.
JAQ.
AL.
AL.
ANA. And then a space Gaming League.
I got you.
Alright, so that was basically like, just annoys me about the Ace family. Oh god. Annoys me about anybody. I might start doing these like little streams. I've streamed 3 times today. Usually I only stream 1 or 2, once or twice a day. But it just annoys me, and I feel like I might start doing this on a regular, like, gaming and discussing issues in one of my streams, you know what I mean? But, yeah. Anyway, I wish them the best of success, that's all I can say. And ignore people, because I've been bullied since, like, I was in school. So, I've had it all. I've had people go, oh, you can't sing, blah, 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 blah. I've had it all. Because like people rather see you fall than see you rise.
Let's see wins.
What hun? What'd you say, hun?
So let's see who wins this game.
Yeah. Sorry, you got us killed.
Ah, that's fine. I'm used to it anyway.
Like I say, it's only the second time. I don't even know how to make things yet. I'll get there.
Oh, do you want me to invite you to a game and we go on a different game or we just run around?
What hun?
I said, do you want me to invite you to a game? You can just run around, we go on different modes.
If you want.
I'd rather do on PS4, I think.
Alright, okay, no worries. I'm gonna stop this live stream on my YouTube channel then, and then invite me if you like.
Okay.
Alright, speak to you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Hey guys, I'm not sure if you heard the person I was speaking to then, but yeah, I was talking to somebody who wanted to know about what I was discussing regarding the Ace family. Now, before I go, just one quick thing I'd like to say is, please don't put people down. You don't know the whole story. You don't know, it's not just the Ace family, it's with anybody. Especially in the industry. You don't know the whole story, you don't know the person. Nobody knows the person, nobody knows what their life is like, nobody knows what's going on. And at the end of the day, 9 times or 8 times out of 10, it's just a person like you and me trying to get somewhere in life and trying to give their family the best that they can give them. And that's what I'm trying to do for my daughter. That's why I do me gaming. Well, I do me gaming because I love doing games and I love talking to you guys. But I do me music because I love that too, but I want to get somewhere so my daughter can have, you know, can have everything she wants, can not just have everything she wants, have things that, so she can better herself, so she can help other people as well, because I try to help other people as much as I possibly can. I'm always there for anybody who needs me, whether I know them, whether I don't know them. But it is what it is. It's like I've been on the other side. I've struggled my entire life. I know this stream's quite deep, guys, and I don't usually get this deep. I don't usually talk this much. I usually just talk about the game. But I felt when it's something that means something to me, I feel like I need to discuss it. Hi Ryan, you okay? Oh yeah. Yeah, so I just feel like because nobody really comes out and says it. Nobody really says, oh hey, this is what it's like, this is what happens, blah blah, because I don't know why. I don't know why they don't. Only they can tell you why they don't. But I'm not doing this for views, I'm not doing this for subscribers, I'm not doing it for anything. I'm doing it simply because I don't like the fact that people pull other people down, especially people who are trying to make something of themselves and people who are hard working and trying to get somewhere. It's like, it happened with PewDiePie, people saying he was buying his views, buying his subscribers and stuff like that. I don't believe anything. I like to, you know, I'm probably never going to meet these people, but I like to meet people and get to know them and then form an opinion. I don't read magazines, I don't watch gossip stuff. This has like literally come up on my YouTube because I watch the Ace Family from time to time, and then it just randomly went to this next video where the media was pulling them down, and then like a media channel was pulling them down. Then there was another one after that where like, and I just basically had it on in the background, and where these people who apparently have met the Ace Family and his sister as well, it was just a video of all pulling them down, but nowhere in any of these videos were there facts to say, yes, this is what they did. We know they did this 100% because we have the facts. We have proof. None of them had proof. Nobody's got proof. Now at the end of the day, you think about it. I watched their video today, and yes, they've got a point. So you think about it. You've got merchandise to do. I've never bought their merchandise, but other people who bought their merchandise, whether you watch this or not, is it good quality merchandise? It probably is. That costs a lot of money because I looked into getting my own merchandise myself, and it's not cheap. I make zero money from anything. And because I'm only like a small channel, a small person, do you know what I mean? But in my music, on my Insta, I have 5,500 followers on Insta, right, for my music, and I'm still not getting paid for anything. So I know how hard it is. And think about it, you've got the venue to pay for, like they said, and it was a big event. You know, I've seen bits of it. I didn't watch the whole entire event because I didn't have time on YouTube, but I did watch a bit of it. And if you they did the tickets for $45. If you think about it, celebrities and like singers and things like that, you know, A-listers, big celebrities, do their tickets for around $350 per ticket, and that's probably because of all the expenses and everything. And then the Ace Family did theirs for £45 per ticket. And then they did, they had what they said, they had like people like security and everything. That was for other people's safety, that was for their safety, because people don't realise I'm not like super famous, but I do have fans all over the world. I'm not mega famous or anything like that. I don't get stopped in the streets, I don't get anything like that. I get noticed now and again, but that's about it. You know, but I already know by speaking to people that I know, because I know a couple of people in the industry, and seeing things and experiencing things, even at my low level where I am now, how hard it is, and how people can like assume you have all this money, you have all this, like, they basically think you have everything when you don't. Like, it takes a very long time to make money, it takes a very long time to do anything, and for the most part you are actually spending more money than you make. Oh, thanks honey. I'm gonna end the stream in a minute, so if you want to invite me in a couple of minutes, I'm just ending my stream for a sec. I just want to get this out in the open for like people who may watch this. I hope people do watch this, because there's not enough people that talk about this kind of thing, and I haven't seen any videos discussing it in this way. I've only seen, like, you know, the video from the Ace Family, yeah, that's it. I haven't seen anything else. I've just seen like people pulling people down, and to be honest with you, I feel like people are doing these other videos to pull people down to get views. Now, why, if they had those they had those issues with them, why did they not put a video up, or why did they not like contact them directly and discuss it with them? Why would you have to make a video when like they start getting pulled down about what they've been doing about the event 3 months later? Why not discuss it like days later, a week later after the event, or discuss it when you had the issue? Why put up a video discussing it and saying, well, this. Well, they probably argue the point that they put it up to let everyone know that the phonies, I'm doing air quotations by the way, that the phonies. Now, no. Most people that put videos up are to get views. I haven't put it up to get views. This is why I've done it with a game. Because if I wanted to do it to get views, I would have done a vlog and everything like that, but I thought, no, I'm not doing a vlog, I'm not doing it to get views, I'm not doing it to get people, I'm not doing it to like get anything off their like fans or off anyone else. I'm doing it to prove a point. I'm doing it to show people what it's like, and from somebody who can, well, I'll say who kinda knows, but who knows what it's like to try and get somewhere. Now, I've been quoted the only artist and singer to have gotten as far as I have without a manager or a label. I've been in Weird Music magazine in America, I've been in Showcase magazine in America, I've worked with rappers in America, I've worked with singers in America and England. Now, I've done all that and I'm not mega famous. I don't even see myself as famous. I don't even see myself as like a celebrity or anything. I just see myself as a normal person who's trying to get somewhere. Now, I've experienced so many things. I've experienced people trying to ruin my career. They've literally gone to the ends of the earth to try and ruin my career because of jealousy or because they just don't want to see you succeed. Like, I had an agent who said they'd work for me in London. Now, I'm an open book. I don't really care. You know, I'll say it like it is. I'm not bothered like what people think of me. If you either like me or you don't like me, I'm a nice person. I'm there for anybody. But at the end of the day, I've learned from my mistakes. I've learned not to be too trusting because people will pull you down. There'll be people who are nice and who are there for you, but it's very few and far between. There will be a lot of people who will try and pull you down, and those people are the ones that don't want you to succeed, and for some reason they don't want you to succeed. They just, maybe they're sad themselves, I don't know. For whatever reason, they just don't want it to happen. There's a lot of people out there like that, and do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of being in the wild. I'll put it bluntly, it reminds me of being in the wild. It's like, if you, like, say a wolf pack, okay? If you're strong and you're alpha and everything like that, yeah? Everyone will love you. Now, if they sense any fault or any weakness at any point with that alpha, they'll try and take over and become the alpha themselves. And it's like that in real life. It's like that with humans as well. That's the best analogy I can think of. They will literally pounce on you. They smell blood, they smell weakness. People will pounce on you. You get ones who won't. But as I say, they're few and far between, but most people will. It's like, I'm not saying all you guys will, I'm not saying that because I don't know you personally, but what I've seen and what I've heard and what I've experienced by people, by certain people, I'd say certain people because I don't want to categorise everybody as the same because we're not. Certain people will try and pull you down. Certain people will try and, you know, destroy what you've made because they can't do it themselves, or they don't have the courage to do it themselves, or they don't want you to do it, or they think it's funny. I don't know, but at the end of the day, don't let them do it. That's the only thing I can say. And as I was saying with this agent, I'm gonna make this quick because I feel like it's going on a bit too long now. With this agent that I dealt with, she was an agent in London. She said to me that she could like help me get somewhere and help me get more gigs and stuff like that. Now I was skeptical because I was like, well, I've never had an agent, I've never sought out an agent. I've always been on my own because I know that myself will work harder than anybody else. I know that if I go for an agency, they have so many people on their books that I might get lost in the books and forgotten about because I'm not like famous or I'm not popular enough or something like that. So I thought to myself, the best way to do it for now, till I get more popular, is to work for myself and be my own manager, be my own PA, be my own everything, be my own PR, everything. And to be honest, it does help that I worked in business before I did all that as well. Not everybody has done that, but it is doable. It's like you just need to like have a bit of know-how, look it up if you're not sure. But as I say, this agent said she could get me places, she could help me, she could do this, she could do that. So I was like, in the end, I had a thought about it, and I was like, okay, she seems nice, I'll do it. Hey Psycho, you alright, honey? I thought, I'll do it, I'll go along with this woman, and I did. I set up my own events. Like, ask me any question, I'm an open book, guys. Like, I'll tell you what I've been through with my music, and you know, I've got nothing to hide. I set up an event about 3 years ago, called Layla BV, and it was like my new single event, basically. So I thought, because all my fans were saying to me, are you doing a gig, are you doing an event, we'd love to see you, blah 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 blah, I was getting it quite a lot. I thought, okay, I'll try and set up an event myself, because, you know, I wanted to make me, I say fans, but to be honest I call them fam on my Facebook because I don't like the term fans. I said to me fans, yeah, okay, I'll do an event so I can all see you guys and you can see me singing and you can talk to me and stuff like that. So I thought, okay, that's a great way of doing it. I was doing it more for me fans than doing it for myself because I knew I didn't have the money, because I'm a single parent. But I thought, okay, where there's a will, there's a way. I'm going to get somewhere. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it for them. So I did, and the way I did it was, I got the venue, I got all the other things, and the reason I got the venue was because, the reason I got the venue for free was because I said to them they could have the cost of the tickets if they allow me to use the venue for free. Now, I got the pub, which was the after party, for free, because I promised them there'd be so many people turning up and they would be buying alcohol from them. So that's why I got that place for free. I didn't get the entire place, but I got a section of it free. Now there is, see what I mean? So there is ways you can do it. You don't always need money. You are limited to certain things and to certain ways and that, but there is a way of doing it. Anyway, I did all that. I don't want to get into too much detail because I don't want to go on and on and on to you guys, but yeah, I did that. And then I got this agent after I set all that up. This agent actually said to me, can I have my artists come in and sing in at your event? So I was like, okay, sure, that's fine. And they were like, can I have them on the posters, blah 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 blah. I was like, well, the posters have already been put up, it's got me on the posters, but I'm more than willing to like to put up posts saying that they'll be there too and stuff like that, so you know, you get more, so you get exposure for your artist. Now I was willing to do all that. Now one of her artists started talking to me, which was a rapper from London. Now stupidly, I say stupidly because I feel like I was naive then. I probably wasn't. I probably did something that most people would do, but I feel like it was naive, and it was a very vulnerable part in my life. Now, I'm discussing, for those of you that are just joining now, I'm discussing this because I'm trying to show people what it's like being in the industry, and I'm trying to show what it's like from the Ace family and from everyone else who's trying to get somewhere point of view, and why, like, you know, people don't see this side, and this is what I'm trying to bring across, the side that nobody sees. Now, and the best way I can do that is showing what I've been through. Now, as I say, I don't do vlogs, I do games, so this is why I've done it like this. Now, I was on a game before, but unfortunately I died. I was not great at FORTNITE. It's literally the second time playing. But my subscribers know I'm not fantastic at games. You'll love me anyway. Don't know why, but I love you too. So, anyway, at the end of the day, sorry for saying all the time. I get like a little bit nervous talking. But at the end of the day, he started talking to me, this rapper from London anyway. So I was talking to him and I was chatting and we got on really well, and I thought, okay, this guy's nice, blah blah blah. And he was gonna be at the event, at my event as well. We started getting a bit personal, you know, but we were talking for hours and hours and hours, and we got close. Do you know what I mean? And I ended up going down to meet him in London because he wanted me to come down and meet him, and he said he liked me too, you know, things like that. I don't usually mix work and pleasure, but at the time I wasn't like, I feel like I was a bit naive because I'd not been in the industry that long and I was doing it myself, and this was like probably about 5 years ago. So I was like, so yeah, I was in that stage at the time. Oh, thanks, honey. I wasn't sure if my voice was boring. I'm just hoping I'm not boring you guys to death. But thanks for that. So basically, yeah, so I went down to meet this guy. Spoke to him, everything like that. Everything was going really, really well. Now, when I met up with him in London, took the bus down because I couldn't afford the train, because the train in the UK is about £80 to get to London, probably more if you're getting it like near enough last minute, and I didn't know I was going to meet until probably a week before. So instead I got a coach which was only about £20–30, because like I don't really like discussing like money and that, but I'll be honest, I get £154 a week. I'm self-employed, that is to pay for me bills, that's to pay for my daughter, she's starting high school on Thursday, that's to pay for everything. I literally get hardly any money whatsoever. Now, I'm discussing this with you guys, I'm not saying this to like be like, oh, you know, I want money, no. I'm saying this because nobody sees it from like this perspective, nobody sees it from an entertainer's perspective, nobody sees it from somebody who's trying to just get somewhere. You know, obviously you get people who aren't nice, and you get people who aren't like, you know, good people, and who like, you know, people who are like really rich and they're not very nice people. But then you get people who are nice. Like, not every rich person is a nasty person. I know a few millionaires, but at the end, you know, I wouldn't dream of going to them and saying, oh, can I have some money or anything. But that doesn't mean that they're not, it's because I can't or because they're not nice people. I just wouldn't do it. Like, they are nice people. Like, not everyone who has money is nasty. But I'm getting off topic now anyway. So I ended up going down there, met the guy. I had nowhere to stay because I couldn't afford a hotel or anything, so I was staying at his. Now, I'm not a person that'll jump into bed with anybody or straight away. Now, I went there and I was talking to him, and it was the day, and we were getting on, and he lived with his mum, which I didn't know at the time, and so I felt pretty awkward being there, and I was like, I wasn't sure whether I should be there or not, and I was, you know, because it was his mum's place, and I thought he lived on his own. But anyway, we were in his room, we were talking about music and stuff like that, and then he was like trying to get handsy with me and everything, and I was like, no, you know, I'm not doing that. I'm not that kind of person. I came down to meet you because I liked you, and we've been talking for hours, and you seem like a lovely person. But anyway, oh, thank you, Psychro. So anyway, that happened. So he got pretty annoyed with me, and I was like, well, I don't care if you're annoyed with me. I'm not like saying yes just to please you. So and then he got annoyed with me. Anyway, he started saying that because I'd told him personal stuff about myself, and that I'd not had the greatest relationships and stuff like that. And to be honest, most people like have used me and things like that. I told him a lot of personal stuff anyway, because we were talking for quite some time, and we were talking for long periods of time. So he used that against me anyway, and he started saying that I was, no wonder I was alone, and no wonder nobody wanted me, and no wonder, it was just a lot of nasty things anyway. So I was like, I was pretty upset, and like, I'm not a person to cry in front of people, so, and I had nowhere else to sleep, so I slept on top of the covers in my clothes on the same bed as him. And I just could not wait until the next day. I just kept thinking, I cannot wait till the next day so then I can get the coach and go home, because I really was not comfortable being there after the way he made me feel. Now, I'm telling you all this because things like this probably happen to other people. Things like, you know, this is another side of it, and you'll see why in a minute. So that happened. I woke up the next day. He was still trying to pull me down. Yeah, we shouldn't have treated you like that as soon as he's met you, though. Not being funny before you start to get that trust. Exactly, hon. Like, I liked him a lot, but like, as I say, I'm not a person to jump into bed with somebody. I'm not that type of person. So that's why I didn't, and he got annoyed anyway, and he's just started like saying nasty things to me like that, and then he basically I woke up in the morning and I just couldn't wait to go. Now, he had a meeting at Channel 4 for an interview, and he said, and because I was unfamiliar with where I was, I've been to London before a few times myself, but not where he was living, so I didn't know where I was or anything, and I wasn't like 100% comfortable where I was, because I'm not like, I'm gonna say something now, and please do not take this personally at all, because I have a lot of people who are black people, and I'm not racist at all whatsoever. I don't want people misinterpreting what I'm about to say, but I was in a because the guy was a black guy, I was in an area where there wasn't very many white people, so I wasn't sure what to expect. I'm not saying like that's a bad thing, because I actually live in an area now which is full of white people, and they're not very nice people to us. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not implying anything, but I wasn't familiar with the area, and I wasn't sure, and I did feel a bit intimidated, not because people were intimidating me, just because I didn't know the area, and I was like, well, are the, you know, like, is people going to be nice to me? I don't know. So I didn't know the area, I didn't know what to do. So I was like, okay, like, I'm just going to wait until the next day, and he said to me, I'll take you to the train station, and you can get on the train and then get the bus. And I was like, okay. So then I had to go to the Channel 4 thing with him. So I went to the Channel 4 thing with him, waited for him, and then like, oh yeah, before we went there, he actually said to me, he said, I apologise for last night, I'm sorry about everything that I said, blah 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 blah, did the whole spiel, And I was like, okay, that's fine. And I accepted his apology because I just wanted to go home basically, and I just wanted to get away from there, so I just accepted his apology. I was like, okay, that's fine. And so basically after the meeting, he took me to the train station, and we sat there waiting for the train. I didn't know where I was going. He just said to me, oh, if you get on this train, you can get off this stop, and then you get on another train, and then a stop, and then you'll be able to do this. Get on your coach. And I was like, okay. I was like, where the hell am I going? So I was like, and like I always do, I was like, I'll figure it out. You know, I'm like, I always figure it out. You know, that's one thing you learn when you struggle in life. You learn to figure things out on your own. So anyway, I was like, I'll figure this out. So yeah, I don't have any friends or family to help me either. Like my family, like, I don't know, my family don't even ring me on my birthday. My friends only seem to be there when they want something. So yeah, I'm basically on my own with just my daughter. But so yeah, as I was saying, I don't want to get off topic. We were waiting for the train. Now the guy said to me, he said, can I have a picture of me and you? And because, you know, me being too bloody nice, I was like, yeah, okay. So he went to take a selfie of me and him. Now I wasn't smiling, and he was like, oh, smile, smile. And I was like, okay. So I put on my best fake smile. I put on my best fake smile, and I was like that, because I didn't want to seem horrible. So I put on my best fake smile, and then I didn't notice the face he was doing. I'll tell you why in a minute, why that means something. I didn't notice the face he was doing. Now at the end of it, it was like, I got on the train after that, after he took the selfie. Then when I got to the bus stop, the bus place, I ended up ringing this guy who was talking to, who was the head of a radio station, who was doing the event for me. He was gonna do the DJ, and he was gonna promote it for me every day in his radio, and he was actually gonna put it live all over the world, me events on the day. So I got speaking to him from Facebook and that. So he said that he would do that for me, as long as like he got exposure and stuff like that. So I didn't have to pay for that guy because he was doing me a favour. Now he knew the agents I was speaking to. They've been friends for years, but I felt uncomfortable, and I didn't know who else to speak to. I had literally no one to talk to because as I say, I do everything myself. I had no manager to call or anything. So I ended up calling this guy, and I was like, hi, you know, this has happened. Explained what happened. I was crying and everything, and I was like, I don't know what to do. I feel so uncomfortable and everything. I just wanted to leave. And he was like, well, you left now. You know, you can get the bus home and stuff like that. And I was like, I know, well, the coach. And he was like, I know. I was like, but I just feel like really sad and stuff like that. And sorry, I'll go off because my PlayStation is gonna turn itself off. So basically, I didn't know who to talk to, so I told him everything, and he went, okay. He said, I'll talk to her and I'll get back to you. And I was like, okay. So he spoke to her. He came back to me, and he was like, right. He said, what exactly happened? And I told him again exactly what happened, and he was like, right. He said, well, she's telling me a different story. And I was like, what's she saying like that? And he said apparently he sent a picture of you and him to her, and saying that you were a complete bitch to him, that you were nasty to him, that you did all this to him, that you were like basically everything that you can think of under the sun, making me look like the biggest twat ever had supposedly done. And I was like, what? I was like, are you serious? Like that? And he was like, no, that's what she's been saying. And I was like, well, that didn't happen. And he was like, well, he said, I'm not sure who to believe because there's a picture of you here. And I was like, right. And he said, that he took of you and him, and I was like, yeah, he asked me to pose for the picture, and he was like, yeah, he said, but you're smiling in it, and he looks really miserable in it, and he was like, and he sent it to his agents, and he said to this woman, and he said, oh, this is like, you know, she made me feel terrible, she's a bitch, she did this to me, she did that to me, and all this, and I was like, what? And I was like, no, I was like, he asked me to smile for the picture. So basically, the guy asked me to smile for the picture, and then he was he made himself look really sad on the picture, and I'm not being funny, 2 seconds before he took the picture, he was smiling at me and everything, going, oh, let's take a picture. And then he made out like, and then he told me to smile, and then he pretended to be sad, and then she was going to this guy and saying, I've never seen him sad, I've never seen him like this, she must have done a real number, she must have been like a real bad person, she must have done, and I was like, oh my god, I was like, I am not that person, I am not this person, and it devastated me that people would think that. So again, I can understand how people feel when bad things are said about them, because I've been there on more than one occasion. I've been there a lot throughout my entire life. I've had people pulling me down, I've had people lying about me. I went to college like 2 or 3 times, and twice, because I'm a person who stands up for themselves, like twice I've had people pulling me down. I had like, before I finish this one, guys, I'm gonna like talk about this other thing. If you want me to stop, I'll stop. Just let me know. But I'll finish this. So he asked me again. He said exactly what happened. I told him down to the T exactly what happened. Everything that happened. Now he said, okay. He said, I'll ring you back in half an hour or an hour, are you going to be around? I went, yeah, I've got like 6 hours on the coach to get home, so of course I'll be around, and my battery's fine. So he's like, sorry guys, so he's like, okay, I just have to have a quick drink. So he was like, okay, I'll call you later. So I was like, okay, great. So he called me later, then he said to me, I thought to myself, do you know what, I'm fucked. Like, he's known this woman, like, for many, many, many years in the industry. He's known her for a long time. He's literally just started working for me, and he doesn't know me. I was like, that's it. This is what was going on in my head. I was like, the whole event is gone. Everything I've worked for is gone. Nothing's going to happen. The event's going to be fucked. Nothing's going to happen. And I just kept thinking, I can't believe something's going wrong again in my life. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. And I was like, I was just thinking all the bad things. He called me anyway, and he said to me, I believe you. I said, what? I said, why do you believe me? And he said, because you have told me everything down to a T, and like what she's told me does not add up. He said, I've heard it from both of you. He said, what she's saying just doesn't add up. She's got too many holes in the story, she's not telling everything, and she's just like skipping over the details basically. He said, you basically told me in complete and absolute detail everything that happened, and I was like, because it's true, I'm not lying to you. And he was like, I know. He said, that's how I know you're not lying. He said, you've said everything. Now that was that time, and like she got like, but you know, she got the karma basically. He dissed her and said things about her on the radio channel every day that he was like promoting my event after that, so she didn't get away with it. But as I was saying, guys, like, you know, don't let anybody like tell you can't do stuff. Like, don't believe everything that you hear either. Don't believe, like, not just about the Ace family, not about anybody. Like, if you ever get the chance to meet that person, meet them, form your own opinion. Yes, people will show you what they want you to see, because that is business. that is what you do. That's what you do if you work in a shop. You're always nice and polite. That's what you do when you have your own business selling clothes, nice and polite. You don't come in and go, oh my god, well this happened, that happened, and you know, oh, my boyfriend did this. You don't say that to your customers, whether you're in a shop, whether you're a singer, whether you're an actor, whether you're anything. Whether you like drive cars, whether you're a taxi driver, you don't sit there talking about your life. You give the best service you can. You give the best you that you can. And that's what all the people are doing. It's not because they're hiding themselves. It's not because probably because they're not, I'd say they're not showing like the person that they want you to see. They're showing you their best selves. They're showing you what positive, because nobody wants to listen to negative. Nobody, you know, there's one person on here now because probably people don't want to listen to negative because I'm talking about negative stuff before. Like, people don't want to hear that, but at the end of the day it needs to be said. And I'm gonna stop going on now because I've been streaming for 1 hour 10 and I've been talking about this and I've hardly played the game. But at the end of the day, I felt like it needed to be said. And thank you so much for those that have joined me, and thank you so much for those that have listened. And I will be going now. If you ever want me to do any more videos like this, or if you have any questions at all with anything, or if you want to hear any more of my stories, because I have got a lot more, and I'm not like, I'm willing to, I'm willing to tell you about them, willing to share them. I'm really not bothered. I'm an open book. I've got nothing to hide, basically. I am me. You know, honestly, there's nothing more I can say. I'm me. Yeah, it is what it is. So if you want me to do that, please comment below or let me know, or if you're friends with me on PS4, you know, inbox me there. But anyway, I'm going to stop going on and I'm going to wrap this up, and I'm going to do my little outro that I always do when I do my gaming. So you've been watching Shakalana Gamingly, and if you like any of my videos, I'm a daily uploader, so please subscribe, like, comment, and check my videos out. I put all my videos in playlists so it's easily accessible for you guys, and I will be leaving at that. And as always, don't forget to smile. Bye guys.